eBay introduces a whole new feature that could kill your sales even further than their fall update. Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to look at something that eBay has started to roll out. And I know I'm going to get a lot of grief when I say that this is bad news for most people, but eBay is rolling out a feature when someone places an offer on your items, we'll look at it in just a second here, that they're going to immediately be required to pay for it, which is totally a very, 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 very bad thing. Now, I know a lot of people say people don't pay and things like that. All last year, I may have had 4 unpaid item cases for the entire year. So I don't really fall into that rhythm that, hey, they need to pay immediately. So here is actually a post on one of eBay's message boards showing the actual option. And this post is from a buyer. Now, the whole aspect here is everything that we do is for the buyers and not really for us. You got to care about the buyers first and not the sellers, because if it wasn't for the buyers, sellers would have no one to sell to. This buyer here is very upset because he is being forced to pay for something, even though he may want to buy multiple items instead of just one. We ourselves, pretty much every single day of the week, have people buy more than one item from us. Many days of the week, we have 3 and 4 people doing that exact same thing. So that would mean I'd have to come back in and combine them after the fact, which will take you far longer than it would ever take you to open up an unpaid item case. Unpaid item cases take a couple of clicks and you're done. You're going to have to calculate money. You're going to add up the shipping for each one of the listings. And again, keep in mind that eBay keeps a 30-cent processing fee every time a buyer makes a purchase. So if a buyer buys 10 items from you in the same day, he can't combine them. eBay is making $3 more off of you. If that happens every single day of the week, you're losing a lot more money to eBay for something that's not really going to help you. Now, this is a trial run, it appears, where only certain people have this option. But one person has reached out to me, and apparently there is no way that they can figure out how to turn this feature off. It's just automatically on for everybody. If there's no opt-out for this, this will definitely crush sales, kill sales for a lot of people. We should always look at any situation based from the buyer's point of view. The customer, I know, isn't always right, but the point of it is, though, that things that impede a buyer's option to buy things is going to hurt sales. You will find far more people that probably will not purchase items from offers because of this exact screenshot here. Now, I know, again, people will say, well, I'm not sitting here letting people decide for 4 days whether they're going to pay for the item or not. I actually have a 7-day payment window. No one has to pay for 7 days in my store. And in all honesty, I get far more sales from having it set up that way. Constantly, people email me, message me, ask me about combined shipping, and they're worried about trying to make an offer or purchase something because it's going to force them to pay immediately. My store, it doesn't work that way. I constantly get people coming back because of that feature. I've got 4 people who purchase throughout the month, probably a dozen items, sometimes 20, 30 items over a month's time frame. They pay at the end of the month. That would be a ton more money, $6, $8, $10 more for eBay in processing fees right off the top. So in my opinion, they can say everybody asked for this, which I don't believe to be the case, and then take the extra money and run. This is nothing more, in my opinion, than a way for eBay to collect more fees off of us. Everything they have done lately is all about collecting more fees. Again, third quarter eBay financials shows that they sold 10% less items but made far more money because of fees. Everything on eBay right now is about fees and how much they can get from us. This is nothing more than another attempt to get more money from us. The biggest comment I always hear when I rally against things like this are people are not paying for things and I have to open up an unpaid item case. That's part of living. That's part of the business. I would rather have the 1 or 2 unpaid item cases every 6 months or so than have 10 or 15 less purchasers because they don't like the fact that they have to pay immediately. Again, this is all about the buyers. This is customer service 101. Make it easier for your buyers. Offer combined shipping. Offer to go the extra mile. And one other thing that I see will probably be happening is some people won't read what this says and just assume that they're just making an offer, and then later on realize that they paid for it. You're going to get a lot of cancel this, I want to combine, cancel, or hey, can you combine these listings after the fact? Mind you, again, you've already been charged the 30 cents per payment by eBay. So again, this seems to be nothing more than yet another scam to get more money from us from fees. I never have any issues with people not paying. And again, if they do, so what? One item may be sitting off to the side and unable to be sold out of thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of listings. It's nothing. It means nothing. I would rather have the opportunity to possibly sell the item to a person than no one else can buy later on and buy it to begin with. A bird in the hand, so to speak, whether it's paid for or not, most all of them, 99.99999% of every offer that's accepted is paid for across the board. I combine every single day of the week. So again, to me, this is useless, this is pointless, and this is going to steer more people to other sites. For those selling clothing or something, it may be a different case, but if there's no option to turn this off, I won't want to use it. It'll really steer my buyers to somewhere else. It will steer them off platform or to another seller that possibly doesn't have this set up in their account as of yet. It's a slow rollout from what I see, or a beta test of some sort. Regardless of the reason eBay is doing it, it's going to hurt sales without a doubt. Constantly someone emails me and says, hey, can I pay on such and such a date when I get paid? I personally don't care if they pay today, tomorrow, or a week from tomorrow. I have that 7-day time frame in there because of that. It draws people to my store. So a lot of folks who say, hey, this is just awesome, this is going to be a good thing, you may not think so when you're getting far less people accepting your offers because of this. A lot of people may be shopping from out in public somewhere and don't want to worry about paying for it immediately, or they'd rather pay it from somewhere specifically later on. They don't want to be forced, if they're sitting in a car or waiting on their kids at school or something, to instantly have to decide or do something with it. They want to wait till they get home. So many people search nowadays and do that type of thing. So the idea that everybody is going to be forced to pay for it immediately is going to be detrimental to a good chunk of people purchasing from us for sure. I know the facts. I know how it lays out because I've talked to my buyers. None of these moves eBay are doing, they have looked into what the buyers feel about this. That is the point. All of the comments I've personally seen, or the majority of the ones posted on this exact thing with being forced to pay immediately, have all been negative from every single buyer that I have seen do this. eBay, again, just like they're hiding our items right now, it's hurting the buyers, it's hurting the sellers as well. This will do the exact same thing. There's just no other way around it. If it's optional, fine, that's perfectly fine. But as I said, the one person who did contact me who says he has this stated there was no option to turn this off. Maybe that's not the case. I don't know. I haven't seen it for myself. But if this is forced, which is what it looks like here, I don't like it. It's going to be detrimental. It's going to hurt a lot of people, especially in vintage and collectibles. If you sell vintage and collectibles and you have hundreds or thousands of one specific type of collectible, say you've got thousands of stamps up, thousands of sports cards up, how many people do you think buy multiple items from you? Are they going to want to do it if they're going to have a whole bunch of different charges on their account? If someone buys 5 items from you, they're going to have 5 separate charges to worry about on their bank account or whichever account they're using to pay for this. So this is, again, once again, extremely short-sighted and not thinking about the buyer's aspect. eBay, in my mind, again, as I've said several times, is only thinking about the 30 cents in processing fees they will get from each and every one of these sales. It's up to us to combine them after the purchase, which isn't practical. It's going to take you far longer than it ever took you before to do refunds when you have to figure this all out, deduct the 30 cents if you don't want to get screwed by eBay's 30-cent processing fee. It's just a fiasco. It's one thing after another. If they roll this out for everybody here in fourth quarter, it's going to hurt sales even further than the update that they did. It's just crazy in my book. Look at what the buyers are saying. Don't pay any attention to what a seller is saying. Look at the buyers. It doesn't matter if you get paid immediately or not. The point is people won't want to buy if they're forced to do things that they don't want to do for various reasons immediately. You're going to have issues with this no matter what. I don't see any other way around it. It's just going to discourage buying on the platform when they're forced to do things like this. When they may buy multiple multiple items from you. Well, there we have it. Hopefully that gave you some ideas, some thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.
Drinking, my lord. We're looking over an orange soda, the shacks to the beat of door. You really should try it, the flavor's just right.
Orange soda, just one of 14 great Shasta flavors.
Oh, you're looking over an orange soda, the shacks to the beat of shore.